Coach, can you talk about if there are frustrations on the bench watching your guys against teams that you think you should handle and continue to take care of throughout the entire 48 minutes?
They did their tactic of playing a zone on made baskets was effective on free throws and made baskets. They got to the line a number of times. Were able to really slow our offense down, and our guys got a little bit too precise about it and too, maybe even loose with the basketball at times, trying to force the ball in areas that it couldn't go in, and got ourselves into a tough quarter, and those things will happen sometimes. I really wasn't happy with the attitude of some of our featured players. Kobe Powell, Lamar out there with those guys, helping them out and not really contributing how I'd like to see them contribute.
When you and Dr. Buss talked about that one run when you played those tough teams, is that something that you kind of view going forward this season that could be a possibility?
I think all the teams that are going to be opponents in the West are going to be good. We've got teams that are fighting to see what position they're going to be in 7, 6, 7, 8 that are all very good basketball clubs, and there really isn't much that separates 8 from 5 right now at this time.
Coach, when fans say they think you guys are playing down to your opponents, do you agree with them?
I think a lot of it's about conserving energy at this time of the year. How much you have to do to win. It's a win that you're going out for, even though it's not the attitude I want to have. I think it's kind of something that the players kind of self-impose on themselves. And it's not bad if it's your starters. They can bump up to a lead, but when your bench comes in, you really want them to fire up and get active and be aggressive and have a kind of game that we need them to have to really support us.
All of the championship seasons, they always close out the regular season with a lot of wins. To what degree do you see a lot of significance in that in terms of how you guys prepare for the season?
Well, I think it's self-imposed. I think we start as a coaching staff, putting in more time, asking for more dedication, doing more film work. We're playing teams 3 and 4 times. There's a number of things that go into that equation that make it happen. There's been years it hasn't happened because of injuries, and those are things you can't avoid.
Coach, 5 very good home teams you're going to be facing here. Without Andrew, is this as big of a trip as you've had all year, considering you're coming down the stretch?
I kind of felt like it was a make or break kind of a trip for our establishing our home court in the Western Conference, sealing up that Western Conference title. This time I don't know. Denver and Dallas both lost on the weekend. It gives us enough of a lead, so we could go through this trip and still come back in first place. But at one time I thought we couldn't go through this trip without total success and be still in first place. So I hope the players don't take that as as an impetus. They know that we really want to establish our road game, and we've had a real good road record over the last couple of years. We want to get that established.
So it starts with the Spurs on Wednesday. How much of their playing better lately has to do just with Ginobili starting to look more like himself?
That helps a lot. I think that their bench has been very successful. They had a game the other night against Golden State where Duncan played 13 minutes. One of the highest scoring games they've ever had in the history of their team. And it just says something about their bench coming to life, and their players are all supporting one another.
Coach, how important is picking up a win in that first game?
We kind of earmarked this as a real important game to win. We lost the one in the last road trip in Miami that was down to the wire, and we just didn't win the game. And those are things that can set off a road trip to be kind of a tough experience.
Any games particularly you have circled as a concern game, especially on a back-to-back?
Well, no, we really just said this first game is the only one we're looking at. Let's get this game, and we'll start talking about the other games after that.
Any reason why you mental practice? Is that to conserve energy?
Well, we played some of the guys longer minutes than I wanted to last night, or needed to be, actually. Powell played 38, Kobe played 39, or something like that. A team that we had a 20-point lead for, better part of 20, 30 minutes in the game. So, the other guys that are need to work out, need to get some other things established. We want some therapy for players that are, have hand injuries, and we'll have plenty of time to practice tomorrow for our games coming up.